Hi there. For this setup with AverMedia, it's the one that's portable, so it has the SD card slot on the side. You're going to obviously need an SD card. Try find out exactly which SD card you need and make sure it's unlocked. Make sure it's on SD card mode, so switch it over to there. Make sure when you purchase it that you do the latest firmware update for it. On the back here it's got HDMI in and HDMI out. It's got audio in and audio out. So those are kind of the only connections you're going to need to do a PlayStation 4 recording. So the other things that you'd need is you need an HDMI splitter. Well, at least this is for my setup. HDMI splitter, I don't know how much they are, maybe about 10 quid. And you'd need one of these mixers. This mixer is around about 15 quid, I'm not sure exactly. So I just got a mixer with 1, 2, 3, 4 inputs and an output. Okay, so for the setup you're going to need 3 HDMI cables. So the cables I have is just a short one that came with the AverMedia and a long one, so plus you'll need another one. So I've got my other one here and it's connected to the television at the moment. Obviously I've got my PlayStation here. The only other things you'll be needing for this setup is I needed 3 of these cables, so 3 3.5mm jacks. They're all stereo jacks, that's why they have the 2 stripes on them. That means that they're not mono, so that means the sound's going to come through stereo. Because these connections here are the bigger connections, you're going to need these jacks that switch it over. Unfortunately these jacks are mono jacks, so I actually need them to be in with the 2 stripes on them to have stereo coming through. So anyway, that's how my setup's working at the moment. So what I'm going to do is just on the input 1, I'm going to put one of these slots in. Input 2, put one of these slots in. And then for my output, what I'm going to do is something a little bit extra that I got a split stereo cable. So it splits, it's stereo again with split, and I'm going to put that on my output. So there's output. Each of the inputs have volume adjustment, so I just keep it kind of neutral for all of them, halfway. You need to power this up. It comes with its own power cable, so just get it powered up. You need to power up the splitter as well. It comes with its own little power socket, so just also get that powered up. So for the splitter, what I want to do is I actually want to split my signal coming out my PlayStation. So what I'm going to do is I'll hook it up to the PlayStation over here. And what I want to do is I want to split that signal coming out of there. So to split it, I'm going to put the one going into the television, and the other one I'm going to put straight into the AverMedia. So that's into the import on the AverMedia. So that's the AverMedia basically ready to record video. AverMedia needs power, so what you will have to do is plug up a USB into the USB slot just to give it some power, and you can hook that up to a wall adapter. It's just a USB, it's a not micro USB, it's a mini USB to USB. So just plug that up to your normal wall adapter over there. Okay, so now that that's sorted out, that's ready to record. So if I hit the record button now, I basically just record my game with my game sound. Now what I'm trying to achieve here is to be able to record microphone sound coming from the mic. So the way I'm going to get around that is with this mixer. So I plug this mixer basically into the wall. Once it's plugged in, for my inputs, for input 1, I'm going to input my microphone. So I'll hook that in there, and this must hook up to a microphone. So preferably if you have a self-powered microphone, so I would say a microphone that has batteries already in it that you can push sound through this jack, then hook it up here into input 1 or input 2. Okay, are you getting this? Input 1 or input 2. So if you have a self-powered microphone, do that. Alright, if you don't have a self-powered microphone, you can just test my method by hooking this into your mobile phone and play some music through, and you'll see that it will come through the recording, so you can test it. Basically the reason why I've got the splitter over here is to split the sound coming out of this box. So out of this mixer I want to split it, and the reason why I want to split it is I want to have some headphones on the one, and then I want to have the sound going out that comes into here. So then what I'll do is push the sound basically through the in on the AverMedia. So I'm actually gonna just put it on there on the in. So now the sound's coming into the AverMedia, and I'm going to put this onto one of the outputs. So I'll choose on that output, and that's through my little splitter cable. So this coming in, what's coming in here is preferably the microphone. So we're going to have the microphone on number 1, and on number 2 we're going to actually put the sound coming from the TV through number 2. And the reason why we have to do that is because AverMedia has some sort of issue that once you put a mic in here, it drops off the HDMI sound. So if you had to stick a mic in the input on the AverMedia, you'd just hear your voice, but you wouldn't hear the game sound. So the sound that's coming through the HDMI cable will actually just get dropped, and you'll only get the video through the HDMI cable, and the AverMedia will only record whatever's coming through this cable over here. So what I'm going to do is show you what my method is, just to go to the back of the television. And on the back of the television I've got a 3.5mm out, so whatever sound's coming in to the television, which is basically the sound that's coming straight from the PlayStation, is now going to come back out the television through this cable. So now that it's coming back out the television, it comes back in through the mixer, and it gets mixed with my microphone. So as I said, this is going to hook up to a microphone. Now if you don't have a microphone and you want to test my method, you can actually just hook this up to your mobile phone, play some music or play some sound. You'll see that your game sound will come in on input 2, and your mobile phone sound, or whatever you have, if you turn your mobile phone into a microphone, that microphone will be pushing through input 1. So what will happen is we'll mix those two, and those two will output on this over here. Kieran, are you getting a good enough picture? It will come on an output over there. So once it outputs, it will output straight into the in of the AverMedia, and it will start your recording. So that's pretty much it. That's the entire setup. The only other things I can recommend is it's difficult to find the right microphone that's going to work for the job. Apparently you might have to get like a phantom power microphone. That means a microphone that has its own power and can push through sound. If you want to test that everything's working, just use your output and pull this out completely and put your headphones in there and listen to what's coming out there. So that way you'd be able to know if your setup is working. And then otherwise, I've got the splitter cable on here, which will allow me to run another headphones through here, my headphones through here, so I can test what is happening. So I can test that I have on my input, I have my microphone, and on my input 2, I have my television sound. So my television sound is being fed in through here, and through this one I have my microphone. So those two are going to get fed in, they're going to get merged, so they're going to join, and then it come out as one sound signal coming out through here and into the AverMedia. So this over here is just going to be for your own ears, so you can hook this up to your own speakers or whatever you want. Headphones, preferably headphones, obviously, because you don't want to create background noise. And that's it. I mean, that's quite a fairly decent way of recording. Well, it's the only way we've figured out so far of using the AverMedia in a portable mode to actually record your sound, your voice. Thank you for watching. Cheers.